Hi, once again, welcome to Vin's English lesson. I am Vincent. In today's video, we are going to look at the parts of speech, and specifically we are going with the noun. Now before this, I made a video on parts of speech and the topic was the types of noun. So you can go and watch that video. The link is in the description box below. You can go and watch that video. You will come to understand about the types of noun. Okay, so in today's lesson we are going to understand more about noun. Now noun as a part of speech, it can play many roles in a sentence. Now we should know how to recognize that noun, and we should know what role that noun is playing in that sentence. Now in a sentence, noun can be a subject, it can be a subject complement, direct object or indirect object, or the noun can be the object complement in a sentence. Okay, so we got some examples. We'll understand in the examples. So now we are going with the subject. This is the subject. Now noun, it can be a subject in a sentence. Now the sun is rising. The sun is rising. This is a complete sentence. In this sentence, the sun is the subject. Subject. The sun is rising. Okay. Now what is subject? Subject is the person or thing in a sentence which does something. That is known as subject. In this sentence, the sun is doing something. The sun is rising. It is turning morning and the sun is rising. Okay, this is the noun. Now subject complement. Subject complement, it is a noun or adjective which follows the linking verb. Now what is linking verbs? When we are going with the verb in the parts of speech, in my next video we'll understand about the linking verbs. In today's video I will just introduce you about the linking verbs. Subject complement, it follows the linking verb and it describes the subject. Now there is an example. Mr. David. Mr. David, this is a subject. This is the subject of the sentence. Mr. David is. This is the linking verb. Now linking verb, it is a to be verb. Is, am, are, was, were. Now these verbs don't have any action. This sentence with the linking verb, it doesn't have any action. So these verbs are known as linking. These verbs, they join two words together to make a complete sense, to make the sentence understood. Now Mr. David is a teacher. Teacher is a noun. Now the subject and the complement. Now this linking verb is joining these both together. Means the teacher is who, what David is. This is the same person. David is the teacher and the teacher is David. Same person, single person. The verb is linking these both nouns together to make a complete sense. Okay. Now you must remember one thing. Complements can be a noun or an adjective. The adverbs, they don't follow the linking verbs. So you are not going to see the complement adverb in any sentence describing the subject. Keep that in mind. Now as an adjective, this is tall, an adjective. Now if we use this adjective with this sentence, we'll get Mr. David is tall. Now this complement, now this adjective is describing the person David. Okay, how is David? He is tall. Mr. David is tall, or Mr. David is a teacher. The complement, this is the subject complement. Then we'll go with direct object. Now in a sentence, the direct object, it receives the action of a verb. Okay, now we are going to see the example. The teacher, this is a subject, the teacher, noun, subject. The teacher gave, this is the verb, second form of gave. Now the teacher gave what? Cake. So the question what and who, the direct object answers. Now in this sentence, the question is what and the direct object is cake. The answer is cake. The teacher gave cake. What did the teacher give? The teacher gave cake. Now the cake is the direct object. Okay, I wrote D. D means direct, and O for object, direct object. Okay, the teacher gave cake. So it is understood, complete sentence. The teacher gave cake. This is direct object receiving the verb. The direct object is receiving the verb gave. Okay, now we'll go with indirect object. Now indirect object, this object, it receives the direct object in a sentence. Now like the teacher gave the students cake. The teacher, this is our subject, this is the verb. The students, now this is the indirect object, the students, this is a noun phrase, and here we have the direct object, cake. This is the indirect object. Okay, the teacher gave the students cake. Now in this sentence we have the indirect object and the direct object. The teacher gave what? Cake. To who? The students. So the indirect, it answers the question for what or to whom or to who. Okay, and direct object, it answers the question what and who. Okay, don't forget that. The teacher gave the students cake. The cake is the direct object which was given, and the students are the indirect object who received the direct object. Okay, now we'll go with object complement. Object complement is a word or phrase which follows the direct object and describes or renames it. Now you will understand in the example. This is the example. Jenny, this is a person's name. Subject, noun. Painted. Jenny painted her nails. Complete sentence. Jenny painted her nails. Now to describe, this is the direct object. This is the direct object. Nails. Jenny painted her nails. Jenny painted what? Her nails. Okay, direct object. Now to describe this object, we need a complement. Now like say Jenny painted her nails. This is the nail in the fingers. We have the thin bone. It is known as nails. To describe the nails, we are going to add complement, noun complement. Now like say I added the color pink. Okay, now it is understood. Jenny painted her nails pink. Now the pink, it is the color that Jenny used for painting her nails. Okay, so now this is the object complement. Pink is the object complement. It is describing the direct object. Nails are painted in which color? Pink color. Jenny painted her nails pink. Okay, so these were some functions, or you can say the roles which the noun can play in a sentence, which is very necessary for us to know all these functions and the roles whichever the noun plays in a sentence for a good writing. Now this is how the noun appears in a sentence. Now as a subject or as a complement, subject complement, and it can appear as direct object, then it can be as indirect object or direct object, or it can be as direct object or object complement. If you are reading any book and if you get these kinds of sentences, if you see a noun in the sentence, try to figure out which role the noun is playing in that sentence. So you will come to know the roles, if it is a subject or subject complement or objects, whatever, you will understand, and it will be easy for you to find the noun in a sentence. Okay, especially when the noun is acting one of these in a sentence. Okay, so that's it. So this was for today, and if you liked the video, give it a like. I hope you liked it, and of course ask me questions. And if you need a little more explanation of this lesson, let me know in the comment section below. I'll be happy to help you out there. And if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, go and hit the subscribe button, and there is a bell over there. Ring that bell so you will come to know about my future videos, so you can get more other English helping tools. I'll come again very soon. You also come for more useful videos. So until then, bye bye, take care.